Welcome to Common Sense Coalition Talk Radio, where you'll find straight talk from people with good old common sense.
I trust your opinion.
And now, for your host, she's putting sense back into nonsense.
Absolute insanity.
Well, you can hear me on the radio. You want to turn me on, turn on your stereo. You can sing along while they're playing our song. How you done me wrong, baby, crank it up.
And now, your host, Beth Ann.
And I welcome you today to CSC Talk Radio. It's my honor, my privilege, and it is my pleasure to be here with you today. We're going to start out here. I've got a little monologue to get us kicked off, and then we're going to bring on Mike Cutler. So hang in with me, all right? The plane is coming. Usually when a guest is coming, we're all excited, and we anticipate their arrival. We've made plans, we've made food, we've made bedrooms to make them up, get the beds all clean and made up, and we have entertainment planned. But that's an invited and a welcome guest. Before anyone arrives, you need to prepare. Before the guests come, you need to be prepared. What we're seeing on the border, the southern border of the United States, it's not a bunch of invited guests. It's an invasion, not a caravan. It's an invasion of people coming to the borders. Yes, we do have borders. Borders of the United States of America. They are not invited. They are uninvited. They are not welcome. And there is no way we, the people, can be prepared to feed and house them, nor do we want to. The left and the mainstream media, I got kind of a kick out of watching some of the mainstream media last night, although they make me angry. But they're downplaying the dangers of this. They're downplaying what the consequences, or ignoring what the consequences would be, which will not be positive. I've never in my life, ever, seen such an out-and-out stupidity or hate for people. Their own people. They're not going to make America great because they hate America. They are not going to make America safe because they want to tear down the USA. They want a takeover. They want socialism. These invaders coming from wherever, they're even, many of them, carrying their own flags for their own country. Does that look like somebody who needs asylum? They, meaning our left and the Dems, want a North American Union. What is this exactly that's going on? Let's look at the dictionary. A caravan is a group of travelers, of merchants or pilgrims journeying together for safety and passing through deserts and hostile territory. Well, I don't know, have they been through hostile territory, or are they the hostiles going through the territory? Any group traveling in or as if a caravan and using a specific mode of transportation, a pack animal or motor vehicles, a caravan of trucks, or a camel caravan. A large covered vehicle with conveying passengers, goods, and sideshow, etc. I don't know. Do they have a sideshow? I haven't seen that. Then what is an invasion? The definition of an invasion is an act of invading, especially incursion of any army for conquest or plunder. The incoming or spread of something usually hurtful. And from a second dictionary, that was from Merriam-Webster, but from a second dictionary source, it says invasion, plural or noun, invasions of an instance of an invading a country or region with an armed force. The synonyms: occupation, capture, seizure, annexation, annexing, takeover. An antonym: withdrawal, an incursion of a large number of people or things into a place or sphere of activity. Synonym: influx into an inundation, flood, rush, torrent, deluge, avalanche, juggernaut. Violation, infringement, interruption, intrusion, encroachment, disturbance, disruption, breach. And the antonym is the opposite, respect. Well, there is no respect marching to our borders. None. There is no respect being verbalized from the Democrat leadership. There is no respect from the mainstream media who are downplaying the danger. And the president has vowed not to allow this. And I, for one, am on his side. Today we're going to talk about the invasion. We're going to talk about the role of the government in this. What should we do? Particularly those who should have done something, which would be the legislature body, which refused to do anything, and then the one that's left to act to fix it and protect us, which would be the President of the United States, the executive branch. Mike Cutler is our guest today. He's retired INS senior special agent, and we welcome him back. Mike, we're in a mess. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me, Beth Ann. But, you're right about invasion. And I don't know if you saw the article that I just wrote for Front Page magazine.
I did. I've been reading it this morning.
And so, I provided a slightly different definition of invasion, but you're exactly right in terms of what it is. And let's call these folks what they are. They're not immigrants. They're not migrants.
They're not refugees.
They're aspiring illegal aliens. Now, look, the term alien is not an insult. I've written about this extensively. The problem with the word alien for the globalists, and the globalists can be found in both parties and the right as well as the left. Let's put the blame where it belongs.
Yeah, absolutely.
What the goal is an inexhaustible supply of cheap, exploitable labor, not just people doing the fundamental minimum wage jobs, but even with bringing in more computer programmers, engineers. It's about displacing the American workforce and replacing it with foreign workers. It's about displacing American students and replacing them with foreign students. Mm-hmm. Last year, we admitted 152,000 Chinese STEM students. Think about that. STEM, science, technology, engineering, math. They rattle their sabers at us. They've created artificial and illegal islands in the South China Sea, militarized them with weapons that the engineers we educated designed. With technology they stole from us by committing espionage. They hack our computers every second of every minute of every hour of every day. We're training their programmers. We are self-destructive because the immigration system has gone from being a law enforcement entity to a delivery service, and it's the most efficient and effective delivery service in the United States. And what does it deliver? An unlimited supply of foreign tourists. That's the reason why we've gone from 26 visa waiver countries on 9/11 to 38 visa waiver countries now, thanks to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and their cohorts in the travel, hospitality, tourism industries, and the manufacturing associations. It delivers an unlimited supply of foreign students, foreign cheap exploitable labor, and for the lawyers in Congress, both sides of the aisle, an unlimited supply of clients for immigration lawyers. The banks are thrilled this is happening. Foreign workers send their money home. They bankrupt America, but the banks are moving companies that get a commission, if you will, on every dollar they move from point A to point B, even if point A is America and point B is another country. There was also a hearing that was just held before the Homeland Security Committee in April, and this was focused on terrorists operating in the United States at the behest of Iran. I know a lot of people have pointed a finger and said George Soros may be behind this. He might be. I don't know who is behind it. But if you look at what Iran is attempting to accomplish, certainly our relationship with them could not be worse, short of being in a shooting war with those thugs. And so they are increasing their presence throughout Latin America, destabilizing Latin America through their Hezbollah and Hamas forces. There are terror training camps in the tri-border region of Brazil, where Brazil abuts with Paraguay and Argentina. We know that Iranian shock troops, the Quds forces, have been flowing steadily between Tehran, Iran, and Caracas, Venezuela, where they're being provided with fake ID.
I'm going to have to stop you right there. We're headed into a break. Okay. We're not going to open the phones up yet. We're going to finish this conversation, and then we will maybe after the next break. You're listening to CSC Talk Radio. This is Beth Ann, and we're visiting with Mike Cutler, and we're talking about the invasion that's about to happen to the United States of America, and we will be right back.